We played Valiant and Outlaws this week. Going into this week, our main goal was to focus on practicing the Outlaws maps. There's really no way to practice against their playstyle. We kind of know how they play, but it was going to be generally focused on playing what comps we think work best against them and the maps we play them on. I think we had 3 days. We only had 3 days of practice since we played. We played on Sunday. We took Monday off, and then we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to practice with our match on Friday. So it's really not a lot of practice at all. In retrospect, we probably should not have taken Monday off. We were really confident going into that weekend in general. We had a really good week of scrims. Didn't lose any scrims that week. So the first map against Outlaws was Antarctic. We really tried to avoid taking the Winston Mirror at one of the maps. And then the other two maps, we were playing kind of like a rush room launcher type comp into their poke. We were kind of had an idea they wanted to play the poke stuff. We know their team likes to play slow. Essentially just outplay the enemy team, and we essentially believe that if we play perfect and they play perfect, we'll win. Theirs relies on just mechanics, ours relies on teamwork and mechanics, so I actually believe our comp was harder. I think we started off the map with Hawk on Diva, and I mean it was a shit show from the start. They're literally AFKing in the back of the map, going for lips TPs.
Lewis finds himself deep in enemy territory, now trying to return back to the rest of his team, but Shu's been holding his own with 2, and Happy chimes in as well. The Houston Outlaws split as the 4 wins, Matthew, still able to find success in this fight. Shu cracking heads together, and the Outlaws start with a win on Antarctic Peninsula.
We didn't lose our composure either. We kind of knew like it was chalked. Just a really bad round overall. We've never played against a Kiriko that doesn't go for a flank or push. He actually just AFK'd in the back of the map. A second map, we really should have won that second round of off. I think the first round kind of got us a little flustered, made us kind of like not want to push, so that we didn't push very much there. I would say that our mentals were actually really good. We weren't really phased by it at all. We kind of knew that was one of our worst coughs. So going into Hollywood, our attack was pretty rough. We didn't even cap second, but our defense has always been really good on that map, and I think we really just clutched up overall. We had some really good pulse bombs. Stalker really popped off.
Huge fight win in a big pulse bomb. Let's see this from.
He knows it's coming.
Oh, just right onto the lift. Yeah.
Ballhack made a really nice plays. He really played his life well. We essentially just clutched up that map. And then going into the third map, felt like they kind of gave us a little momentum. Third map, a few little devastating things happened. You know, you have an idea of how to play against it when you think about it in theory, but when you go into a match, it plays a bit differently than you thought. And they do a little bit different stuff than you thought as well. So that map was also just a dogfight. Came down the last team fight. I actually think Hawk had a incredible map. He essentially found the most important kills on Devo when we needed him. I would say single-handedly he won us that map, honestly.
Hawk's been able to find huge impact throughout the course of this fight, and he just pushes the Outlaws back, says, I don't need to extend for this. You guys are already running.
Yeah, they're not really punishing Hawk at all. I mean, he has been able to do whatever he wants on the Diva on this map.
Going into the third map, it was Esperanza. I think by then we were in the groove in the fourth map of that series. It was kind of like clicking on all cylinders. Felt like we were choking them out. We were very happy with the series. Of course, you don't ever want to lose a map, but yeah, that was a big match. We were really working hard that week. And then as far as Valiant goes, Valiant is a kind of like a bit of a dark horse team. They have a lot of talent on that team, really raw talent. I think has suffered from playing at NA for so long. I think if those players got under the right structure or got off that team, some of them would actually be really good players. I don't think we underestimated them at all. We kind of knew some of those guys were really good mechanically. First map was Li Jing against those guys. We chose to just play Moki into their brawl stuff. First map went pretty smooth with some like minor errors here and there. So then going to map 2, we played King's Row. Honestly, that map was pretty one-sided in general. The only reason they capped anything was they capped first point, because I think a couple guys just literally had nice shots. King's Row wasn't too close either. Once again, I think we were playing the meta there on that map, so I think we played well, and they're playing a worse comp. So, and then going into Shambali, that's been just like a rush map, 3-5 map. Not much else to it. Nothing. No other teams really been making anything else work. I don't think they'd played against like a good Sombra brawl team. Left out good haps in their map. Made half the roster paranoid turn around mid-fight kind of thing. Made it really easy to win in the front line. So kind of like everything kind of worked essentially right.
CJ's got to be careful about putting himself too far back to the point that Lai can't help. You can see that Fitz just wants to hack him, just being annoying. And with how long the duration of the damage boost lasts, you don't have to instantly uninvis. And it just forces a distraction. CJ has to use the lamp on himself, then all of a sudden it's not available for Nos. You're pulling them in so many different directions that how do you deal with them all?
And overall, 5-1 in the weekend for like maps is not bad. We've essentially pretty much locked Great in. so we have a couple days off, and then we're back at it with the off week next week. So yeah, very happy with this week.